G'day, MrBuzZz here. Thanks for dropping by and watching this video. I've been putting together videos of my playthrough of classic World of Warcraft, and this one's a little bit different because I'll be showing two nice little quests, chains. One's a chain and one's a nice little quest for experience. I did plan on making another video and there's a little bit of footage from it, but I decided just to scrap it and do this one because this one I thought was a little more interesting, so let's get into it. The first one I'll be showing you is the quest chain, and it's in Arathi Highlands. It's down the bottom here in a little cove, and it's Baldur's Cove. So there's a bunch of quests here, which is pretty cool because if you look down at my experience, maybe a third of the way through level 38, and by the time I finish this I'm well over half, so it's good. Nice easy ones to begin with. Talking different NPCs down here. Shakes are green.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
Time is money, friend.
Sure is. So let's skip a few of these little bits in between and I'll show you just some of the different guys who give you the quests, and I'll try and skip as fast as I can through the quests so you're not too bored watching it. This little gnome, you've got to help him out, so you've got to follow him up into the cave, and yes, I did say you have to follow a gnome. So follow him up into this cave, help him out a little against guys that try to stop him doing whatever it was that he was trying to do. And you don't return the quest to him, you return it to the guy next to him, which, you know, makes a lot of sense. It probably does if you read it, but I didn't read it. The items that you get for the follow-up quest are pretty cool. One of them is a wand, and one of them is a two-handed mace, but you need to have engineering skills, which the guy gives you some goggles, which is kind of a hint towards the engineering side of things. Those goggles allow you to see the gems that you need to collect. So there's also a pretty sorry looking dwarf sitting here, and he gives you some gloves for the reward. They're actually pretty good gloves, but I think I'm happy with the stats that I have and the way my gloves look. So it's off to the ocean underneath the water. So if you don't have potions or spells that can keep you underwater, you might struggle a little because you'll be swimming up and down trying to get your breath back. Thankfully, I'm a shaman, so I can cast water breathing on myself and breathe for 10 minutes. Unfortunately though, I don't have the regents that I need, so I'm swimming up and down. In the process though, I'm killing these Naga, I think they are, and collecting the gems. And you can see on the mini map at the top there's a little yellow dot. That's one of the elven gems that I need to collect, and they are guarded by these raiders, so it's kind of handy because you need to kill a few of them for the quest. So I did find that these respawned pretty quick, so I was able to get the same one a number of times in a row, so that was pretty cool. The main part of this quest, besides killing Naga and picking up some gems, I'm heading into a couple of shipwrecks. So these shipwrecks contain logs and what's the other thing it needs? A little draft. There's another item you need. There's actually 4 items you need, 2 from each ship. And they are littered with the Naga, some of these sorceresses, and some raiders. And they're the 2 that you need to kill for your other quests, so it's pretty good. They also, thankfully, dropped shiny fish scales, so now I can breathe underwater, not swim up and down. Anyway, moving on, you can see here, once I pan the screen around, there's a little pot there, and it's got one of the logs in it. Now I'm pointing it out because I didn't know it was there, and I missed it. I had to come back, and I'm just saving you the time, so there it is. The charts from this ship found, say, on the mid-level of the ship. That was a pretty easy one to find. This one is inside the other sunken ship. Up one end, possibly a similar level to where the other charts were. And down the bottom, guarded by a sorceress in my case, is a log for Silverpine. I'm just showing you a preview here of the rewards that you get. You get the single-handed hammer, single-handed mace, and a really cool looking shield, which is one of my favourites in the game. So that's what you get to look forward to by completing this little chain of quests. The shield is from the second quest that I'm going to show you, so stick around. After slaughtering the sorceress and nearly dying myself, I get the log. And of course, like I said, I had to go back and get the other log from the other book. And once I did that, I managed to go around and collect the gems, which was kind of easy. There was one or two other people doing it at the same time as me, but I didn't bother them and they didn't bother me. You won't find, you know, hundreds of people here, or 50 people or so. That's a nice little one to knock out and get some experience. Return to the little campsite near the ship here to hand in these quests. Don't forget you can subscribe if you aren't a subscriber already, and if you are, cheers, thanks a lot. You can hit that little bell and you'll get notified of my next videos or live streams. So cheers.
Hey, how you doing?
Handing in this quest, that gives me a single-handed mace, which is a pretty cool mace.
Keep it real.
I don't use single-handed maces, but I might use it to build up my skill. And in this case, like I said, the two-handed mace requires engineering 100, so you can only use it if you're an engineer, but it does increase your two-handed mace skill by 7, which is pretty cool. The other one is a wand, which I do like the look of, and I think I'd come back here if I was a clothy. It does arcane damage, so pretty cool. But either way, I'm going to disenchant that item. And like I said, these gloves are actually pretty good. They're better armor than what I've currently got. But I'm happy with my intellect, and I didn't want to sort of lose that, so I don't equip these gloves. But they might suit you. And of course, after handing the quests in at the top there, you have to return back to the captain with the little sample, and he tells you to head to Booty Bay. So if you haven't discovered that already by now, then head to Booty Bay.
Well met.
And you see the Fleet Master, Seahorn. You show him the sample of the gem that you've just found, and he wants you to go all the way back to where you were. So, let's go. Back with the captain, handing in the orders. Now you've got to protect him. There's 2 rings here, so you've got to select one of them. The choice is entirely yours, obviously. I did struggle a little bit trying to decide if I wanted one, and if I did, which one I'd replace, but anyway. The quest is protecting the captain down here. You can use the cannon, which sits above him on the ship. Or you can jump down and attack the NPCs as they come in. Nice little patient game that you play, waiting game. But click on the cannon, and that shoots the naga. Nice and easily, single shot. So once you've slaughtered the enemy, completed the quest, and defending Sheiks O'Brien, Breen, however you want to pronounce it. Jump down and
Need something?
hand in the quest. So, they're probably okay rings for this level, so it's pretty good. Nice little bit of experience, and as you can see,
See you around.
well over halfway, and possibly 2/3 through that bar. So I've gotten 1/3 of my experience bar at level 38, just from doing that one chain. I'm pretty happy with that, because I hit a bit of a wall at this stage. A lot of the quests I was trying, I've been questing in Stranglethorn Vale, they're a bit hard. And places like this, yeah, they're a bit hard for me at the moment. So, I decided maybe different places. Let's check out some different quests. Swamp of Sorrows, yeah, I came here and again, the quests were too high, so I needed to jump over my wall so that I could get my experience, and I decided to head back to Desolace. There's a whole bunch of quests here, and I probably should have been here a bit earlier, picking up some of the quests, because some of them are green, most of them are yellow or green, so probably good experience, good grinding. But the one that I'm here for today to show you is on the coast. There's a little chest down here, a little collection near a little boat, Rackmore's Log, and you can read his little story. Click on the little button there, and you can find 2 keys, a silver key and a golden key. And once you've found those, you can open up a chest, and you get a wand and a shield. And the wand, for cosmetic, doesn't look like much. The shield though is pretty damn cool, one of my favourites from the old game. It's not as good as the shield that I'm carrying, but it does look pretty good. It's going straight to the bank. And I didn't check what the stats were on the wand, but hang around to the end and you'll find out. But here's the little inside information. So the Naga in this area, they have one of the keys. It's not really a quest chain, it's a grind quest. So you kill a whole bunch of these guys, and eventually one of them will drop a key. They also tend to drop some greens, and in this case, for me, they dropped a nice pair of leather pants, which I do eventually end up putting on, because they are pretty good. I lose strength for agility, but essentially they're better than the ones I'm wearing. So like I said, it's a bit of a grind, this one, hacking away at these Naga dudes to get a key. So come here in a group, or you can solo it, like I did, and they do drop the oil and the scales that I need for my 2 water breathing and water walking spells, so it's pretty good to harvest those things. And of course, as I do, I forgot to record me picking up the key from the guy that I got the key from. But I got the gold key from the Naga, and now these little crab guys, and I'm struggling to remember their name. If you remember their name, leave a comment. The dry snap pincer, that's what it says on the screen right now when I'm reading it, watching this back. Anyway, they dropped the second key. And of course, once again, I forgot to record getting the key, so I picked up the silver key from those crab looking guys, headed back to the island where I did actually pick up the first key, but there's a chest hidden amongst some trees behind a wall. Once you have both keys, you can access the chest, complete the quest, and both items are yours. You don't need to choose between them. And as a bonus, you also get a gold and 15 silver, so it's pretty good. Now in my case, this wand, yes, it does frost damage, and I'm going to disenchant it because I can't use it. The shield, however, I will be equipping that, along with the mace that I got in my previous quest chain. And I'm going to demonstrate what they look like as I'm attacking some of these guys here on the island. That's what they look like in my character select screen. Smash like if you like this shield, it's one of my favourites. The hammer's pretty cool too, it's fairly simple, but nice and solid looking. But now that shield is awesome. And the experience, like I'm almost at the end, almost level 39. Anyway, hope I haven't wasted too much of your time. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya!